Welcome to Student Spotlight, a presentation of College Success Arizona. This program features the hardworking college students who have earned scholarships from College Success Arizona and are pursuing their educational goals and career passions. Today on Student Spotlight, we interview Kazandra Katzorke.
I was born in Phoenix and raised in Mexico and then came back to Phoenix when I was around 8 years old.
And where in Mexico?
Hermosillo, Sonora.
Just below the border with the United States, not too far?
Yeah.
And where did you graduate from high school?
Desert Vista High School in Albuquerque.
And looking back at your childhood overall, you spent some time in Mexico and then a bunch of time here in Arizona. Pretty positive experience?
Yeah, everything's been really great.
And what are you doing now so far as your academics, your college career?
I am currently a sophomore at Arizona State University. I am majoring in finance with a minor in political science and working on a certificate in international business.
And how old are you?
I'm 19, almost 20, in 2 months.
And you expect to graduate from ASU when?
In May 2019.
And ultimately, when you graduate, what is your career plan? What is your dream job?
I will go on to law school. My dream is to go to Stanford Law School, so hopefully there, and then become an international lawyer. So that would mean mixing kind of corporate law and international law, so I'd want to work with businesses abroad, mostly.
And what's motivating this?
My grandfather from Mexico was a famous lawyer around the town, so he would always help different people pro bono, and that really inspired me to do the same. So
your grandfather is compelling you to want to be an attorney?
Yes, he's passed, but he really inspired that since I was little.
And now that you're actually pursuing this as your career passion, your educational passion, how does that feel? Because a lot of people have dreams that they never really maybe work towards, but you're working toward it. Talk about that experience.
Yeah, so with a major in finance, it's different because going on to law school, you can enter with any kind of major. And I'm interested in finance just because I really love working with numbers, but also helping people reach kind of financial goals. I love talking about money and everything like that. So finance has always been sort of a plan B for me if somehow becoming a lawyer ended up not being what I wanted. But for now, I am still very passionate about being in law. I'm working toward it by being part of different law organizations at ASU and really learning more about it as I go along.
Is anything surprising you about it? Maybe that there's a lot of reading and a lot of research, a lot of writing. Is there anything about it that's surprising you?
So far, what I do now doesn't really have anything to do with law. I think a lot of majors like business law tend to kind of get a primer on what law school is like. But since I'm working on kind of a plan B, finance, it doesn't really have anything to do with actual law. And I will learn all about the research and the writing and everything once I go to law school.
And you earned the scholarship from College Success Arizona, is that correct?
It's from the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce.
Through the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, in partnership with College Success Arizona, provides up to $6,000 per year for educational expenses. Can you talk about how that has made your life easier financially speaking?
It has made it a lot easier. So freshman year, I made the stupid mistake of not having any scholarships or not applying to any in high school. So my freshman year was paid for mostly by my own paychecks when I was working and also through student loans, of course. So when I really didn't want more loans, I kind of started my dream of graduating without any loans. So by the end, towards the mid and end of freshman year, I was applying to a few scholarships, and that's when I found the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce one, and I got really excited about it, and I interviewed for it, and I was finally told I got it. And so when I received it for sophomore year, I didn't have to take out any loans, so that was a blessing in itself. And I even had enough to pay off a few other loans as well.
And the scholarship also comes with specialized mentoring services, essentially an academic advisor. Yours is Matt Sotelo. We call them success advisors. Can you talk about Matt's role in your life?
Yes, so I have met with Matt about 3 times now, one in a volunteering event and twice just one-on-one, just talking. And he's a good role model, I guess. We talk a lot about just how my life is going and how I'm doing. He asks me about my time management, how I'm doing with that, how my classes are going, if there's anything he could possibly help me with. So he's really a great resource to go to. And I've actually asked him for a letter of recommendation for a future job as well. So it's great that I have him there.
And middle and high school students back at Desert Vista High School, where you graduated from, and other places who might be listening to this and considering their own college career, can you offer some advice?
So I was a first-generation student, so I didn't know anything about getting to college. Really, what you need to do is kind of figure out what it is that you're most interested in, and then find colleges based on your interest. I would say, for me personally, I knew I wanted to do business. So ASU has a very recognized and well-known business school. So I chose ASU based on that. So if you want to do medical or science or anything like that, I would recommend kind of researching your interests, thinking about where the place is if you really love the location, and figuring out your university from there.
And college, the best part of it so far, can you share that with us?
The best part of college, I guess, all of the opportunities that are available to you. There's so many different people and organizations and professors and everything that are just ready to help you when you need it. And that's really a great thing. There's tutoring centers, there's writing centers for essays and scholarships, and there's first-year success coaches that help you kind of navigate through college and your classes. There's advisors. There's really everything that you could possibly need to figure things out and from your transition to high school and college and being a young adult. So I would say the best thing is just all of the resources and opportunities you get.
And your family, can you talk about the role they've played in your life, encouraging you to attend college, that sort of thing?
Yes. So because neither of my parents went to university, they really encouraged me to go because they kind of regret not going themselves, and they really wanted that to be an option available for me. And so for me, it was never something that I would say no to. I always wanted to go to college, and I knew that college would be a good fit to me and just continue education. Even now, my mom lives pretty close to me, and she comes at least once a week, and we just talk, and she helps me de-stress, and she makes food for me sometimes. So they play a really big role. They're always so supportive.
Thank you, Kazandra, for the interview and for working so hard to make a difference in our community.